Good afternoon, class. My name is Katia de la Torre, and I will be presenting Infancy. The brain is the ultimate organ of adaptation. Neuroscience has advanced, rendering the studies of young children. We learn more and more on how babies' brains change with the development and how vulnerable or resistant they are to environmental harm. The brain is the organ that governs our actions, emotions, sensations, and abilities. It allows us to problem solve, ponder, interact, and overall carry on a sense of who we are. The brain is composed of neurons. We have over 100 billion of them that communicate with each other. For the most part, we develop the majority of our neurons before birth, but during the first 2 years of life, we produce a brain growth spurt. Our neurons show growth, developing more branches and more elaborate connection pathways. Plasticity describes how experiences reorganize neural pathways in the brain. The plasticity of the brain is maximal in the first few years of life. That allows flexibility with environmental adaptation, as well as reassigning functions in cases of injury. The brain develops by increasing the number of connections between neurons. However, pruning or eliminating certain experiences is also a way of brain development. Neonates, or newborn babies, are limited in sharing emotions. As newborns, they have two options, distress and comfort. When they are distressed, they will cry. They could be hungry, annoyed, bloated, or in pain, but their only signal is to cry. Often, babies will cry in different ways, depending on their levels of distress. Throughout the first year, they learn to develop their emotions and basic signals such as sounds and smiles or sadness, anger, disgust, fear, and pleasure. Along with the basic signals and emotions, their first year of life is where they develop crucial relationships with their caregivers. Having a healthy relationship with their caregivers ensures that they become more social, curious, and have a good, healthy personality. Neonates can't really distinguish strangers. However, at approximately 7 months, they can tell the difference from a caregiver to a stranger. Being left with a stranger or in an unknown location causes the baby distress or stranger anxiety. Babies don't just grow physically. The first few years of life, they also grow mentally or cognitively. Every day that they interact and learn about their environment, they create new connections and pathways within their brains. One of the early cognitive skills developed is organizing into groups. With that being said, Jean Piaget believed that infants organize their world into categories or schemas. Human development proceeds in a particular pattern that infants reach at each developmental milestone. For example, rolling over, sitting up, crawling, and walking are all considered milestones. The Jessel scale is a measurement of where a child's physical development should be based on their age. Overall, we saw how the first few years of life are crucial to the development of a person.